Ladies and gentlemen, this is Karl Smart once again from PAX Australia 2017. I am standing here with one of the creative minds behind the game Damsel that you'll be able to see on the screen. We're going to go straight into the stock standard. What was the inspiration and sort of why you decided to get this type of game? It's very platformy, time management. It's a very mix of everything, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a strange one. We were a little bit bored with like those precise platformers where it's lots of platform jumping and things like that. Everyone's doing that, so we really wanted to go back to our PC platformer roots of the early 90s, Commander Keen, Duke Nukem. Those are the games we played growing up, so we wanted to capture that but put a modern twist on it, and we thought that this sort of speedrunny arcade style really quick gameplay was the perfect combination to put with that. Yeah.
So what was the idea behind the whole vampire motif? I'm going to take a random guess out of my own personal pocket. That would be maybe a bit of a Buffy fan in the 90s coming through, or?
Well, it's certainly become a Buffy sort of parallel that we've got, but that really wasn't like a key inspiration for us. The game actually started a long time ago as a riff on the Dracula story. We were flipping the Dracula story, and one of the characters in that story is Mina, and she's the fiance of Jonathan. And without getting too much into it, we sent her in to say,
"Go read a book, people."
Yeah, read Dracula. It was a riff on Dracula, and then we thought, we can make this our own, and we can really put our own identity on it. Yeah.
So just while we have the gameplay up, so give us a little bit of a run through of what goes into sort of the creation behind Damsel, and also what's the gameplay, and just a general idea behind it.
So the idea is you approach each mission as fast as possible, and what we do is we throw you into an arena. So it's not really linear. You get to explore the space in any way you want, as long as you achieve your objective. So you'll be what we want to do is throw 2 or 3 different objectives at you at once, and then we let you screw it up and try and get past that. So you'll be like hacking computers and killing enemies, and you can do like that little hack. Then if there'd been an enemy there, you can still kill him while you're hacking, so you'll get multitasker bonuses. If you're taking enemies out from above by shooting them, from the sky, if you can do 2 or 3 of them at once, you're going to get a streak bonus. It's all about exploring the space and trying to do the trickiest move possible, or layering moves on top of each other to really smash that high score.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've got your on the left hand side there. You've got your multiplier bonus, which goes up and down, also degrades over time. That's just another layer of challenge, or you're sort of trying to appeal to the collector nuts out there, or?
Yeah, so those little collectibles, the blue skulls, the purple skulls, it's like a whole secondary game. You've got to keep that combo alive, collecting them, while also trying to achieve those other objectives. So you're going to get more points for keeping that combo alive and doing the other things. The idea was we really wanted to give you multiple things to do at once, but it's easy to approach if you're casual, but if you really want to dig deep and master it, there's a lot of depth there for you to explore.
As you said earlier, the speed running is sort of a big part of it. You're looking to get into sort of the same guys who sit there and speed run Mario and stuff like that. I believe was it Games Done Quick Marathon, stuff like that. You're hoping to sort of break into that type of ground, or?
Yeah, I mean, if we can find people that want to do that with us, that would be awesome. It's certainly not a game you're going to want to glitch through. It's certainly something that you have to master to do, and we thought that was important as well. Yeah.
Actual skill over exploiting there.
Yeah, I mean, if someone does find some glitches, I guess we can't hold it against them. But yeah, we really want to encourage people to master it.
Now I've noticed that sort of you got that anime-esque but also sort of comic book styling. So you got so many independent developers out there these days who maybe sort of do the 8-bit shortcut or something like that. What was the decision to sort of go this type of graphical level with a speedy game such as this? It couldn't have been easy to get all these animations down and running and keep them all smooth while trying to keep that blistering pace.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time with our animators trying to get that feel. Yeah, we thought that everyone's kind of doing those 16-bit and 8-bit things. going more traditional animation, we're just trying to stand out a little bit from the pack. Because, as an indie, it's super hard to get exposure. And we thought, we need to raise the bar in terms of our graphical quality and presentation, because that's the first thing people see when they approach the game. So we needed to capture them. And we thought, super smooth, super cool, comic book style animations is really what's going to do, They're saturated colors, it's bright, it's not really dark, even though it might feel like a dark premise. It's bright and fun, and we really want you to be having fun the whole time while you're playing it.
So what's going to really sort of set things apart? Like we've got the speed run mechanic down. We've got the collector's items. I've noticed that specifically, as people will see, one of the objectives is the Kickstarter backers. You actually have to save them. Is that going to actually transgress over into the full version? They still going to be Kickstarter backers, sort of a thank you for the pledge type thing, or are we going to go generic NPC on them?
Yeah, so at the moment it says Kickstarter backer, and that's just a placeholder for our actual Kickstarter backers. Our certain pledge levels will let you name the hostage, so it'll be you in the game. And so that was the idea behind that. We really wanted to let people sort of put their own little mark on the game. If you wanted to save your family or your friend or something like that, you could submit their name. So it'll all be full people's names. When we release.
Well, I look forward to Hostage McHostage face later, as in Australian tradition, whenever the public is trying to name anything. But so what other abilities does the character? I'm going to assume the character is Damsel. What abilities have we got here? I noticed we've got the double jump, obviously running around with a shotgun style weapon. What else have we got to sort of play with here?
So like you said, jump, double jump, wall jump. She does a pretty powerful dash, which is tied to your ammo as well. So, you'll do a dash, but then you won't have any ammo to shoot the dude that pops up in front of you. So it's about managing that resource there. She also does this stake dive. So if you've been collecting those purple skulls, you'll build up her ability, and you'll jump above an enemy and slam down on top of them, and that'll take any enemy out in one hit, which is super useful for the more challenging levels later in the game. Yeah.
Now, obviously, very frantic pacing. Boss battles. We're going to get any boss battles, or are we just sort of going to keep it nice and simple with the objectives?
Yep, so the arenas are the bosses, and there's no extra boss characters, but the challenge is in working through each mission, yeah.
So no Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that?
No, maybe in Damsel 2.
Damsel as well. Hey, look, to be honest, taking a look at Damsel here, you guys are definitely onto a winner, so Damsel 2, hey, I'd be all for it at this stage. Now, from what I was hearing sort of before the interview, you've had a 3-year turnaround time on this. It was obviously you wanted to be a lot shorter, but due to some contractual things, didn't quite pan out. So what type of turnaround are we looking at for, say, a finished product?
So this one's going to be done in the next couple of months. So end of February we'll be releasing. So that'll be about 3 years. Less time would be better. But, business is business, and you've got to manage that business-creative relationship, and there's not really much you can do about it. These things sort of come out when they come out. 2 years would have been nice, but 3 is fine, and will definitely be out in the next couple of months. So,
yeah, as you also mentioned, you've got the Kickstarter going. I believe at the time of recording this, you've got something around about 47 hours left. You're looking at about 50 grand. I saw the total was about at 6.6 thousand. Yikes. And you said February release, so I'm going to guess that is going to be regardless of Kickstarter. You are going to at least put out a PC version, maybe like I wouldn't say an early access, because by the looks of it, you guys are almost done. Sort of maybe a Steam Greenlight or something like that, just to try and keep the dollars flowing.
Yeah, so regardless, in February there will be a copy of the game available, and then we'll figure out what we need to do. It might just mean that we release in fewer regions at the start, and then as we see some sales coming in, we'll localize it in more languages and get it out there. But an English version of the game will definitely be available in February, and we'll have to figure out the rest later on. Yeah.
So I'm guessing English version now, Japanese version in about 4 years after the study course, yeah?
Yeah, no, I don't think it will be that long. You know, localization isn't that expensive. It's just a time-consuming process. So, yeah, I would say, you know, worst case scenario, 3 months after English release, all the other languages will be available. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I guess the final thing to sort of say is, where can we find this great game?
So if you visit damselgame.net, you can find all the information, but you can also see us on Twitter at damselgame, and also look for Damsel Game on Facebook as well. So follow us on all those places, and you'll always be up to date.
Not a problem. Like, no Steam release coming at all, or is it just independently through damselgame.net?
So when you want to buy, it will definitely be through Steam, Humble, and any other stores that we can get it on. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time. I will let you and your partner get back to letting people come up and play this awesome game. I would recommend anybody who is watching this at any point, make sure you go to the addresses mentioned before. There is a demo that is available on there. Give it a play. Give these guys a backing if you've got the time. Send them some money. Make sure you buy the full game, because I can tell you what, this one's definitely going to be a winner.